Alduin's wings, they did darken the sky. His roar fury's fire, and his scales sharpened sides. Men ran and they cowered, and they fought and they died. They burned and they bled as they issued their cries. Dovakim, Dovakim, naluksin los varim, wadain vokul mafera kastvar. Afinoro palgran fod nostron sindrosan, Dovakim fachin kogen mudra. We need saviors to free us from Alduin's reach, heroes on the field of this new war to wage. And if Alduin wins, man is gone from this world, lost in the shadow of the black wings unfurled. But then came the tongues on that terrible day, steadfast as winter, they entered the fray, and all heard the music of Alduin's doom, the sweet song of Skyrim, sky-shattering boom. And so the tongues freed us from Alduin's rage, gave the gift of the voice, ushered in a new age. And if Alduin's eternal, then eternity's done, for his story is over and the dragons are gone. So the tongues freed us from Alduin's rage, gave a gift of the voice, ushered in a new age. And if Alduin's eternal, then eternity's done, for his story is over and the dragons are gone.
Hello, this is Rufus Valentino. I hope you are doing well. We have a new story of Skyrim, Tale of the Azure Glade Knight. Caden is a member of the Knights in Cyrodiil, and he is sent to Skyrim on a mission to investigate the return of the dragons and to eliminate any that he finds. And on the side, he is also to help the Imperial Legion with the war against the Stormcloaks. I am using mods, so there might be some technical issues along the way. We will try to fix as much as we can. And we are not using the vanilla start. This is a mod that lets you start at an alternate place. So we didn't go to Helgen and go through all the beginning of the storyline there. So when he came to shore at the Solitude Docks, or port, he ran into Benor of Morthal. They were having a vampire problem. And so Caden hurried to Morthal and he assisted investigating the vampires and eliminating them. After that, Benor swore to serve Caden and follow him on his quest. So now we are at Solitude, about to talk to General Tullius as well as the Jarl to get as much information about what's going on as possible before we actually set out on our quest. Alright, we're going to turn the audio back up. There we go. Alright, there's Benor. What we got him equipped with so far. This is Caden. And this is Solitude enhanced with a mod to make it look a little nicer. The port is down this way. Give you a quick glance. See, there's the port over there. Also using Frostfall and all the other survival mods as well, so he's going to need to eat, drink, and sleep and stay warm.
You're just in time to say hello to Rugbeard.
Strange, that's what the other guard said. Oh, I need to bring my HUD back. Alright. The only reason why I'm using the HUD is so I know when to open doors and chests and whatnot. Alright, so we're not even technically in Solitude's original castle area. This is just a new entryway. Got this really neat statue thing here with wolves and a warrior on a horse. We have a smithy. This is all added stuff here. This was not in the original game. See what he's got for sale.
Some may call this junk. Me, I call them treasures.
Well, let's see what I call them. I had to update the Skyrim script extender, and apparently I need to update Sky UI as well. Skyrim had an update and my script extender was outdated, so I had to download a new one. And I didn't even think about Sky UI. So we'll be doing that in the future. Iron. I call this junk. I don't call this treasure. Well, we could possibly use some lockpicks. We'll grab some lockpicks.
Aye.
Quick save. Save often when you play with mods. You might take one step and the game crashes. Now you might see some people with some like glowing purple clothes. It's because the textures are gone. They've been deleted or they're missing or whatnot. And this is a butchery.
Yes?
Get some food. Chop some wood.
What do you want?
Public baths.
Yes?
The Emperor's cousin, Vittorio Vici, is getting married soon. The reception will be public. Anyone in Solitude can attend.
Don't you think that's kind of dangerous? We have a bathtub. Little sitting area here.
I used to be an adventurer like you. Then I took an arrow in the knee.
So is that why you're on guard duty? So you don't have to do anything?
My cousins are dragons, and what do I get?
The winking skeevers have
Here's another bath.
me.
With frostfall, you do have to be careful about going in water. But since we're inside, we'll have a better chance of staying warm, especially with fire. I need will tell you if you're hungry, thirsty, or tired. Inspect equipment will let you know and adjust your equipment's coverage and how warm it keeps you. Weather sense tells you how hot or cold you are. I am warm and wet, and I am getting colder. So we can stand here by the fire, and if we want, we can even wait like an hour. And we should be warmer. Warm and damp. It tells you your percentage of exposure and whatnot. So we can wait another hour. See what it is now. 8% and you're 51% wet. Getting colder. Let's wait 3 hours. See how we are now. Getting better. Oh, you can sleep in the bed too. Well, it says I'm warm. Doesn't say I'm wet no more. Alright, we'll move on. Oops. Wow. If someone stole my sweet roll, they would be dead. Never steal a man's sweet roll. Alright. I'm completely dry, it says. So basically anywhere where there's fire, sort of like this, you can stand by and get warm, and eventually he'll go into a animation for warming his hands. See, some of these people are homes, some of them are not businesses. Instrument shop. And we're about closing time for stores. We have a guard tower. That's a museum, but I haven't been able to go to it yet. The game keeps crashing. Speaking of which, let's save it. A warehouse requires a key we don't have. This is a dead end with a staircase. The Dale family home. Now see, some of these people are very particular. If you step in their home, even if it doesn't say it's locked, because usually if it's not locked, you can go in and you can talk to them and everybody's fine. But they didn't do that with the modded places. You go in, even if it's not locked, lots of times they tell you to leave and you have about a second or two to get out before they call the guards on you.
Need something?
This one needs something?
And with the survival mods, you can refill your water flasks
course.
or whatever you want to call it, water skins. And you can buy them and
Sweet
find them
hunting.
and whatnot. How many do I have? Let's see here. I have 5. And each one has 3 servings, I guess, is what they're saying. I need to buy some more food. Let's see here. Take a venison chop, slaughtered fish, some bread.
All right then.
And of course you can also cook too, just like you could in the original
Need
game.
something?
Alright, so we are going to wait for the daylight. So about 12 hours. We're going to stand right here in the tavern for 12 hours. How boring. He's pretty good. He can stand in one spot for 12 hours. And I have it set so he automatically eats and drinks.
Good morning.
But we still have to make sure we have supplies. And I think most of these are just homes. That leads down to a tree. Just to let you know, if you're playing with mods, a lot of these mods that changes the holds and whatnot are not compatible with open cities. Tried it, and the town was completely empty. There was nobody in it, and you could not open doors. There was no loading screen. So I got rid of open cities, had to restart the entire game.
They can't hurt Uncle Rob.
So now we're good,
Tell them he didn't do
hopefully.
Positions.
Swear you need to go home. Go home and stay there until your mother comes.
You betrayed us.
What we got going on here?
Traitor! You should tell her that her uncle is scum that betrayed his high king. Best she know now, Advard.
You're all hard fit in.
Rogver, you helped Ulfric Stormcloak escape the city after he murdered High King Torrig. By opening that gate for Ulfric, you betrayed the people of Solitude.
He doesn't deserve to speak!
There was no murder. Ulfric
Liar.
challenged Torrig. He beat the High King in fair combat. Such is our way. Such is the ancient custom of Skyrim and all Nords.
Looks like I'm just in time for an execution.
On this day, I go to Sovngarde.
First thing in the morning. How about breakfast? Who's hungry?
Some gate guard you were!
Have you ever tried being a gate guard?
I think I expected more.
Good riddance to bad rubbish, I say.
Expected more and good riddance to bad rubbish. Everybody likes watching executions. It's like going to the movies. Especially since they didn't have movies in this time period.
Hmm?
I have a letter for you.
For me?
Yes.
From who?
It's from Gorm in Morthal.
Well now, that is something. Hand it over, please. Oh no. I hadn't heard from Gorm for a while, so I'd hoped he'd given up his little scheme. The last time we discussed this issue was before the Standable War broke out. Things were different then. Now, what he's asking, it's just impossible. Even if it worked, the questions and accusations it would cause, well, I'll take it under advisement. Thank you.
You were presiding over the execution.
Not my finest hour. Rogvir was a fine and honorable man.
So you think what he did was right?
I think he was entirely wrong. Rogvir's execution was justified and necessary. Being honorable might make you a good man, but it doesn't make you right. Be a better world if it did. Keep my men in your prayers. They'll need them if they don't shape up.
Take some leather strips. Well, there's his head. We'll put his head there right next to his body. And it just rolls over Benor's foot, and it's still moving. Winking Skeever. Sounds like a tavern. Might be a good place to get some information.
Come on in. Let me know if you need anything.
This one's
or
a favorite.
take a seat by the fire and I'll send someone over.
Legend we all know and love.
I could use some information.
Welcome to the Winking Skeever, friend.
Why is this place called the Winking Skeever?
Well, as it turns out, I had a pet skeever when I was a boy, and he used to wink.
You kept a skeever as a pet?
They were smaller back then.
Were they? Have you heard any rumors lately?
Varnius Junius stopped by here on his way to court. He was worried about something. I'm sure Falk Firebeard could tell you what. I've heard Jari Raz hanging around the Wells district, looking for new blood to hire. People say there's a man wandering the streets near the Blue Palace. He seems distressed, but he's not making any sense. I think the Bard's College might be looking for recruits. You should speak to the head of the college, Viarmo, if you're interested. People say there's someone in Riften that can change your face, make you look completely different. Do you believe that?
Interesting. Where can I learn more about magic?
Magic? You're on the wrong side of Skyrim. You want Winterhold. That college there, they teach it. Otherwise, you can try the Jarl's Wizard. I wouldn't, though. Of course.
This is an ode to Skyrim's
Take a look.
protectors, the Imperials.
Some cooked beef, a meat pie, some fish. Alright.
Remember the Winking Skeever next time you're footsore.
We drink to our youth, to the
Speak.
days come and gone, for the age of aggression is just about done.
I have no business with you. Leave me.
Drive out
Friendly
the
people.
stormcloaks and restore what we own. With our blood and our steel, we will take back our home. Down with Ulfric, the killer of kings.
I don't owe you money, do I?
We will drink and we'll
Not yet.
sing. We're the children of Sky.
That's an interesting echo.
Good morning.
Good morning.
By blade or by spell. If you want it dead, I'll make it dead. All you need to do is pay my fee. If you change your mind, seek me out here. Need something?
The killer of kings. On the day of your death,
Alright.
we will drink and whip.
We got some information here. Not really about dragons and whatnot. Let's see. Speak to the Bard's College. There's a man wandering in the streets near the college. Jari Ra is trying to hire people for something. Head to Solitude Court. Alright.
Can you spare a septum? Lost an eye during the Great War, or I'd earn it myself.
Sure.
Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind heart.
Are you really in the army?
You see a man fallen on hard times, and you think he's been like that forever? I was there. I fought in the Great War. I was on the field at Anvil. And when I was struck down, they left me. You understand? They left me for dead. I didn't leave them.
Well, that sucks.
I was the finest scout in the Legion once. Tracked down all the places in the wilds that were causing people trouble. Lost my helmet in one of the old caves. My pretty, pretty helmet. Life just got worse after that. Kept losing things. So many things.
I could find your helmet for you.
Oh, you could? I sure would love to have it again. Could show you some of my old scouting tricks.
Okay, sounds like a deal.
I do miss that helmet.
See what we got going on in this store.
Oh, what delight. Another charming customer. Oh, let me just drop everything to help you.
I mean, I could take my money and leave.
Really?
Do you get a lot of business like that?
Radiant Raiment has the finest attire in all of Skyrim. That is how we get business. It is when my customers waste time chatting and not buying. Let's see if we can't find an outfit that suits you.
Oh, let's see what they have. Got some amulets. A bandana. Chainmail armor. Interesting. They don't give you any armor rating though. Another light armor. But you can probably enchant them. And clothes for kids. I don't think I have anything I can sell. I could sell those. I'm gonna hold on to them though. Alright.
Finally.
Hello.
Hello, I'm Gisley. But you can just call me Erica's sister. Everyone does.
So he's your brother?
Yes, my older brother. And the person you probably want to be speaking to right now.
Why?
But really, since Torig's death, Falk Firebeard wields the true power of the Jarl's Court. My brother is nothing more than a pompous little fop.
Wow.
We'll speak
Okay.
again later, if we must.
Somebody go in this room over here? Who are you?
Unless we have specific business, I'm not interested.
Do you just usually let yourself into people's places? This is not part of the store.
I broke a man's arm with a single punch. Of course, I had a horseshoe pin in my glove.
Alright, let's see.
I'm not interested, Jari. It doesn't matter how many times you ask.
You might want to rethink that. You're missing out on some wonderful opportunities working in that bar.
New in town, right? If you need a place to sleep, head over to the Winking Skeever. We keep a fine inn. You know, the Winking Skeever's not just the best inn in Solitude. It's also the only inn in Solitude. Jarl Elisif the Fair. Poor woman. Losing her husband and king like that. It was a dark day for us all. Damn! That reminds me. I have a delivery to make to her steward, Falk Firebeard. He ordered a special bottle of Strass Mackay rum.
I can deliver it for you.
Trouble. Here. Take it to the Blue Palace.
You were at the execution, right?
I showed up to watch, yeah. I don't know if they were right to execute him for what he did, but I'll tell you something. It couldn't have happened to a nicer guy.
Seems rather harsh.
Listen, Rogvir and I grew up together. It was us, a few others, and Vivian. Vivian Onus.
She's a bitch.
I have no idea why, but one day I told Rogvir I liked her. It was a stupid thing to do. He mocked me incessantly after that. From that point forward, every time Vivian and I were anywhere close to each other, he made sure to humiliate me. He beat me up, dumped meat on my head, anything he could get away with. Once he even slipped a beehive into my bed. We were children, sure, but Rogvir never outgrew that immaturity or his cruelty. So any talk about him being an honorable Nord? Pure folly.
So you work in the Winking Skeever?
Work in it? I own it. Well, okay. My father owns the Winking Skeever, but it's the family business, so it'll be mine when he kicks off.
Wow.
I was done talking anyway.
So was I.
You were there
Oh, there
for
she
Rogvir's
is.
execution.
How do you take your mind off something like
Most
that?
people head over to the Winking Skeever. If you're not interested in music or drink, you can at least talk to Corpulus. He can fill you in on any of the latest gossip.
Nasty bit of business. Rogvir's execution.
Perhaps, but necessary. My cousin Fura is somewhere out there in Skyrim right now, fighting Ulfric Stormcloak and his damned insurrectionists. She wouldn't have to be there at all if it weren't for Rogvir. And my aunt wouldn't have to worry about her daughter.
Why were they executing him?
You really don't know? He lets Ulfric Stormcloak escape Solitude. Ulfric rides in, murders the High King, and Rogvir lets him ride right back out. People to see and places to go, huh? Later then.
You're a traveler, correct? Have you been to Whiterun?
No, I'm sorry, I haven't been to Whiterun.
Oh, well, it was a long shot. Ah, so you're an alchemist then?
buy that so we can learn how to make some strength potions. Is there anything I can sell? Let's sell some poison. We'll keep those. I don't think I have anything else to sell you.
Don't forget me next time you need herbs or potions.
Alright, we're going to talk to her
It's
again.
good to see a fresh face. You wouldn't have happened to come from Whiterun, would you? My daughter Fura was assigned to Whiterun after she joined the Imperial Army. I was hoping you might have met her. I haven't heard from her lately. I've tried talking to Captain Aldous, but he hasn't been any help.
I haven't met her, but I could try to get more information for you.
Oh, that's very sweet of you. Anything you can find out from Captain Aldous would be welcome news.
I'm a little busy at the moment. I've got all sorts of errands to run.
You're passing through Solitude? Maybe you're looking to make some easy gold, yes?
What did you have in mind?
It's easy to find things to sell. Things nobody will miss. Things from underground, or just left lying around in someone's house. I bet the two of us were very alike. So why not take the next step? We can help each other. My sister Deja and I are treasure hunters. We like to collect things.
I'm no thief.
Of course not. Thieves take what is precious. Thieves steal. We just take what will not be missed, what no one needs anymore. Maybe we take some weapons and stop a few deaths. Who would call that thievery?
The law?
I knew you looked like a clever one. With the war, many more ships come through these docks, loaded with weapons and pay, but few people, and they pass through dangerous waters. We have an interest in one of those boats, the Ice Runner. The Solitude Lighthouse will be guiding it in, but if its fire were to go out, the Ice Runner would run aground.
So you want me to put out the lighthouse fire?
What an interesting idea. I think if someone were to do something like that, there would definitely be a certain amount of loot to be shared. Yes, if someone were to put out the lighthouse fire and then meet me on the docks afterwards, I could certainly direct them to that loot.
What would happen to the sailors on the boat?
Don't worry about them. We'll make sure they wash up safe. Maybe they'll even pay us for their heroic rescue from their sad crash.
Setting up a wreck. I should turn you into the guards.
Turn me in? For what? What crime's been committed? I'm just making idle talk about what would most undoubtedly be a tragic event. A tragic and very, very profitable event. It would be best if we spoke little until you've completed your task.
Already talked to you.
Biren said you got here just before the execution. Must have been a lovely first sight.
Who is Biren?
Baron's my husband. He works the forge up at Castle Dower. I barely see him nowadays, what with him filling orders for the army.
Were you at the execution?
No, that was an ugly affair. High King Torrid's death has turned the whole town on its head. Between you and me, he wasn't even that good a king. All of those rambling speeches about the Empire this and the Empire that.
What have you got for sale? Weapons, iron, and some steel. Backpacks. Iron, rings. travel cloaks, a travel lantern. Potions. Let's see. We can sell that. I don't really need that. I don't need this either. Sell these. So you can buy some more water skins. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and buy a travel lantern, which means I don't need this regular lantern here, because you use that to craft. Alright.
Go back to bits and pieces.
Then we can equip it.
Anytime.
And that's what it looks like.
You know, you've got a certain fire in your eyes. Just like my Beerend. Please, feel free to
look around. So we can toggle it on and off.
round. We've got a bit of everything.
There we go. I don't really need it on right now. Alright, we're gonna go over here to this little shopping area.
Spiced wine, the taste of home and hearth. You wouldn't have a few minutes to run down to the docks, would you?
What do you need from the docks?
Well, I've got a shipment of spices the East Empire Company is holding up. I need someone to convince them to release it.
Shouldn't be a problem.
Great. Get back to me when you're done and I'll give you something for your time. Good luck out there. Seems like a tough time to be wandering Skyrim.
There's a bakery right there. Some trees.
Apples to make grapes and cabbages.
And this is a jewelry store. Alright, let's check out the jewelry store.
Need something?
What have you got for sale?
Take a look.
Some amulets, circlets, necklaces. Even got some food. Okay.
Until next time.
Yeah, pretty big place. Alright.
Spiced wine, the taste of home and hearth.
Marketplace sewers. Check out the sewers. Oh goodness. We will come back here once we're done with business in town. Ah, the blacksmith.
Seems there's no end to the needs of the Imperials. But what can I help you with?
You make armor for the Imperials?
It's almost all I have time for these days. The men training here in Solitude, and the troops out in the field, they all need weapons and armor. You should look into joining. They could use every hand they can get.
You're pretty dedicated to the Empire, then.
To be honest, no. But High King Torrig supported them. And now, her Lady Elisif has thrown in with them. You could say I'm a king's man at heart. I guess that's Jarl's man now. My loyalty lies with Solitude. So, where Jarl Elisif leads, I follow.
What have you got for sale?
Finest weapons and armor.
Boy, leather's expensive.
Return anytime you need arms.
Is there anything I can
My forge never
make?
rests.
Sword of Valor.
Arms and armor, forged by a master craftsman. I've got weapons for giving and armor for getting.
Yes?
Goes the training.
Their aim could be steadier, but they're battle ready.
If that battle is with a dragon?
Can any man hope to be ready for a dragon? I can but hone their skills and harden their hearts. The rest is up to the gods.
Captain, Angeline sent me to ask about her daughter.
Generally posting information is need to know only.
I think she needs to know.
I've been trying to find the time and place to let her know. The daughter was sent to Whiterun. The skirmishes there have been violent. The Whiterun legate, he needed to know the Stormcloak positions. He sent out a party to scout the area. They happened upon a large force. I'm told none of them made it back. Private Morard, Angela's daughter, was in that scouting party. She needs to be told. I'm waiting. Keep my men in your prayers. They'll need them if they don't shape up.
Well, let's go tell her about her daughter.
Got something for just about everybody in here. Give a holler if you have any questions. It's good to see a fresh face. You wouldn't have happened to come from Whiterun, would you?
I have some news about your daughter.
You got Aldous to tell you something. I knew you would. What did he say?
Your daughter is dead.
I told her. I told her the Imperial Army would kill her. That this was a war of Jarls and Imperial generals, and we had no part in it. She just wouldn't hear it. It was brave of you to come to me with this. I can't thank you for it, not for this. But you have done me a service.
Their aim could be steadier, but there can any man. I can but hone their skills and harden their hearts. The rest is up to the gods.
As High Priest of the Eight Divines, I bid you welcome.
Are you here to talk about my brother? Do you think his execution was justified?
Who was your brother?
Rogvir. He opened a gate and they executed him for it. He opened a gate and the wrong man rode out of it. If that man hadn't been Ulfric's Stormcloak, if Ulfric hadn't killed High King Torrig, but it was Ulfric, and he did kill the High King in honorable combat. My brother refused to allow the Imperials to take revenge for the deed. So now he's dead.
Not going to answer that one.
I should make sure Svari's okay.
Not going to answer that question. I don't think there is a right or a wrong answer.
Citizen.
Alright, let's go in the castle.
I'm telling you, Ulfric's planning an attack on White.
Off the coast, a ways to the east.
He'd be insane to try. He doesn't have the men.
That's not what my scouts report, sir. Every day more join his cause. Riften, Dawnstar, and Winterhold support him.
It's not a cause. It's a rebellion.
Call it whatever you like, General. The man's going to try to take Whiterun.
Jarl Balgruuf.
Balgruuf refuses the Legion's right to garrison troops in his city. On the other hand, he also refuses to acknowledge Ulfric's claim.
Well, if he wants to stand outside the protection of the Empire, fine. Let Ulfric pillage his city.
General.
You people and your damn Jarls.
Sir, you can't force a Nord to accept help he hasn't asked for.
If Ulfric's making a move for Whiterun, then we need to be there to stop him. Draft another letter with the usual platitudes, but this time share some of your intelligence regarding Ulfric's plans. Embellish if you have to. We'll let it seem like it's his idea.
Yes, sir.
You Nords and your bloody sense of honor.
Sir.
Are my men now giving free rein to anyone who wanders into the castle? Do you have some reason to be here, citizen?
I've heard the Legion is in need of some commanding officers.
I suppose that's true. Fine. Why don't you have a chat with Legate Ricka? Good.
Yes, sir. Where'd she go? Excuse me?
I've got a good feeling about you, and I don't often get good feelings about anything. A warrior knows to trust her gut. I'm not going to go through the normal process with you. I've got a little test lined up. Pass that, and we'll talk about you joining the Legion.
What kind of test?
The kind that evaluates your usefulness during duress. I'm sending you to clear out Fort Herogstad. If you survive, you'll pass. If you die, then I'll have no further use for your corpse.
What's that fort? Ragstad.
The ancients built many of the fortresses that dot the landscape of Skyrim. Sadly, most have fallen into disrepair, and nearly all have been overrun with bandits or other vagabonds. Fort Herogstad is one of the few that remains mostly intact. We're going to install a garrison there, but first, you're going to clean out the bandits that have moved in.
Going alone?
Yes, this is a test. I don't think you're regular militia material. I want to see what you're capable of.
Consider that fort already yours.
Good, that's what I want to hear. Now go make it happen, soldier.
Alright. We're gonna take on an entire fort. Just me and Benor.
The Emperor's cousin Vittoria Vici is getting married soon. The reception will be public. Anyone in Solitude can attend.
I heard.
Need something?
Blessings of the 8 divines upon you. How may I help? You look troubled. Have you come seeking guidance?
What do the shrines do?
Those who worship at the shrines will sometimes receive boons from the gods themselves. The nature of the favors varies per deity. Please, feel free to worship at any or all of the shrines.
One of the alcoves up front is empty.
Ah, yes. That once held the shrine to Talos. But the worship of Talos was banned by the White Gold Concordat some time ago. The strong and honorable always carry the blessing of the 8.
Blessings to you. The divines are listening.
Stendar, Arkay,
The divines saved me from the streets,
Xanatar,
and they can save you from your trials as well.
where Talos used to be. Oh, and they each have cloaks there too. But you have to steal them.
May
Kinnereth,
the divines guide and keep
Debella,
you.
Ekatosh, Julianos, Mara. Let's see, which one should we do? We are going to do...
May you be saved by the divines, as I once was.
We will do Debella to help us with speechcraft.
Blessings of the 8 divines upon you. How may I help?
What we got going on here?
You know, the winking skeever's not just the best inn in
What's up with all the guards?
I mostly deal with petty
only
thieves
inn
and
in
drunken brawls.
solitude.
I used to be an adventurer like you, and I took an arrow in the knee.
What are y'all hanging out here for?
I'd be a lot warmer and a lot happier with a belly full of meat.
Youngest bard at the Bard's College, at your service.
We will come back to the Bard's College.
Citizen.
Sibyl Stentor has a grasp of magical theory that I make sure Erica keeps breathing. You are free to leave.
Breiling's obsession with honor and tradition is quaint, but politically irrelevant. I must return to the court. They simply can't
Thane
make do
Breiling,
without me.
at your service.
I understand what's best for solitude, and Jarl Elisif knows it.
Nice little courtyard.
I swear to you, unnatural magics are coming from that cave. There are strange noises and lights. We need someone to investigate.
Then we will immediately send out a legion to scour the cave and secure the town. Hafingar's people will always be safe under my rule.
Your Eminence, my scrying has suggested nothing in the area. Dragonbridge is under Imperial control. This is likely superstitious nonsense.
Perhaps a more tempered reaction might be called for?
Oh, yes, of course, you were right. Falk, tell Captain Aldous I said to assign a few extra soldiers to Dragonbridge.
Thank you, Jarl Elisif. What about the cave?
I will have someone take care of the cave as well, Varnius. You can rest easy. You're dismissed. I am the Jarl's steward. If you have court business to tend to, you talk to me.
I have a delivery for you.
Oh, right, the rum. Thank you. I developed a taste for it after a fair weather trip to Hammerfell. Here, this is for you.
Thank you. I hear you're looking for some help with Wolfskull Cave.
You mean the Dragon Bridge issue? I'll be honest with you. I was planning to let that go. Varnius is a bit jumpy at the best of times. There have been reports of weird happenings near Wolfskull Cave. Travelers disappearing, odd lights. I suspect wild animals, or perhaps bandits. I don't think it's worth our time with the war going on. But if you want to clear out the cave, I'll make sure you're repaid for your work.
Why is it called Wolfskull Cave?
The cave has a bad history. Long ago, Potema the Wolf Queen used it for necromantic rituals. That's where it got the name. That was over 500 years ago. Nothing much down there now. But everyone's always convinced the cave is haunted.
What will happen to Elisif if the Empire wins the war?
That remains to be seen. By rights, she has a legitimate claim as High Queen of Skyrim. But we must have the support of the other Jarls for that claim to have any meaning. Should they accept her rule, we will have peace. Feel free to return to me with questions. The Blue Palace is an open forum.
Be quick. I have little patience for mundane concerns.
How long have you been the court wizard?
I was a member of the court during the reign of Torig's father. It was Torig who appointed me to the position.
So you and the High King were close.
Very. I helped raise him. Oh, I could not have been more proud to see Torig on the throne. He made a fine king. A fine king.
Were you there when the High King died?
I was, to my shame. The whole court was in attendance. I've seen much in my time, but that was a gruesome day.
did it happen?
Ulfric showed up at the Gates of Solitude requesting an audience. We thought he was here to ask Torygg to declare independence. By the time we realized Ulfric was here to challenge Torygg, it was already too late.
Why was it too late?
By Nord custom, once the challenge was issued in court, Torygg had no choice but to accept. Had he not, Ulfric would have had cause to call a new moot and a new vote for High King. Torygg had some martial training, of course, but it mattered little that day. When Ulfric's lips parted, when he unleashed the power of the Thu'um, that shout, that ancient and terrible tongue, ripped Torygg asunder. I had you figured for a mage. I think you'll appreciate this. Take care of yourself, and always remember, the world is ripe with people looking to spill your blood.
Please address all questions to the steward. Folk fire.
With the passing of my dear husband Torygg, the weighty position of Jarl has fallen to me. Please direct questions to my steward.
Why did Ulfric kill your husband?
Because that's what traitorous cowards do when they desire power. Ulfric coveted the High King's throne. He thought he deserved it more than Torygg. And so he came before my husband and he shouted with that terrible voice, like something out of a legend or a nightmare. When Ulfric unleashed such fury, my husband, he simply ceased to be. That is all I will say, for it grieves me to speak of it.
Are you the High Queen?
Not yet, no. Although it is true my husband Torygg was the High King, and I am his widow. Now is not the time to lay claim to such a title. This land is riven by war, and her people suffer for it. The Stormcloaks are a blight on Skyrim, and like any blight, must be purged. Only then will I take my rightful place as High Queen.
Do you trust the general?
A question I am all too familiar with. One my very thanes ask often. They worry that Tullius is so focused on the war that he risks forgetting what's best for our people. The real irony is that, while General Tullius is certainly no Nord, the people of Skyrim would be lost without him. Trust is always difficult, especially for my people. Yet we must trust in Tullius's leadership. For what other choice do we have? Be well. Pray for Solitude and my husband.
Yeah. What do you want him?
That's some pretty cool looking armor. Must be part of a mod. bank. Definitely check that out in the morning. We're gonna go to the inn.
Come on in. Just stoke the fire. Take a seat and get the cold out.
You and
Papa
me,
says I want
we're
some
the only
strawberry.
people around who aren't complete
But he wouldn't tell
fools.
me why not. Hiya, what's your name? Are you visiting? What do you do? Papa doesn't like when I talk to cousins.
Take my advice. Never gamble. Damn Ernskar has me in debt up to the eyes. Too many drinking games, too many bets, and I'm too old to ever raise the coin on my own.
What if I talk to him?
He's a stubborn oaf. I don't know what good it'll do. You should speak to my daughter, Yvette. She's the brains of the family.
Welcome to the Winking Skeever, friend. Of course. Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room. Right this way.
My papa says I'm good.
True, I may look the part of dashing swordsman, but I prefer
My
the art
father
of
was
wit
all the
to
family
that of
I ever
warfare.
had. I felt so lost when he died. But the crew of the Red Wave's my family now. I've seen some truly wondrous sights since I took to the seas. I had no idea a man could die in so many ways.
Your typical solitude wench is like the city itself. Stormy exterior.
So exciting when new folk come into town. I bet you've had plenty of adventures.
Feel free to make requests. Generally, if you want rumors, you should talk to Corpulus. That said, I did see a visitor pass through on his way to the Blue Palace. Sure. What can I do for you? Only true Imperials request that one.
Mind yourself in my city, friend. You wouldn't be a sellsword, would you? I have a little problem you could solve.
Yeah, what's this problem?
I may have accidentally let a prisoner escape. The leader
Really?
of one of those bandit groups. I told everyone he died during questioning, and I need you to track him down and make sure he doesn't show up to disprove that.
Okay, I
Good.
can do that.
I'll have a sack of coin waiting for you when you get back.
You're the one who executed that man.
I'm the headsman here in Solitude. It's my job.
Do they keep you busy?
Depends on what you mean by busy. I'm also the head jailer in the dungeon here. Quiet job, usually. Remember, I need that bandit dead, not alive.
I hear you.
But this land is ours, and we'll see it wiped clean of the scourge that has sullied our hopes and our dreams. Down with Ulfric, the killer of kings. On the day of your death, we will drink and we'll sing.
Alright, we're gonna sleep for 6 hours.
Let me know if there's anything else you need.
Alright, we are good to go.
Papa says I won't see Rob here anymore. But he wouldn't tell me why.
You have questions? Take a look. Mm-hmm.
My name is Brian Walshaw. I'm the instructor at Southeastern Tangsado Academy, located on 906 South Main Street, Graham, North Carolina. And I'm going to be demonstrating a board breaking technique. It's a suspended technique using a pseudo or knife hand strike. I'll be holding the board myself.
Need something?
Let's go check out the sewer. Alright, we got several quests we can do. Let's see. Kill him. We gotta talk to Ernsker. He's somewhere over there by the Blue Palace. Go down to the docks. And where's his helmet at? Over there. Go to the Bard's College, we'll do that later. Go back to Morthal. He's probably in the Bard's College, we'll do that later. Alright, we'll stick to those at the moment. And we'll do the story quest a little bit later. Alright. Maybe I can run into them real quick.
Well,
she in her house? Is that what the deal is? Yep, she's in her house. He's probably in his house too. Yep.
If you need potions, head over to Angeline's Aromatics.
There's a guard hiding in the tree. Alright, well we can't talk to them right now. So we will do that later. Sewers. Let's check it out. Oh, a rat skeever. Is that the best you got? Little rat.
I love it when dinner walks.
Vampires. we'll search them while we're waiting. Can sell that. Bunch of places I can go. A lot of enemies. That would be dropping down. I wouldn't be able to get back up. Let's go this way. See what's this way. Can I check the coffin over here? Search coffin. Oh, there was some money. Oof. Finally show yourselves, huh? We'll take the garnet. Got more coming. Door requires a key. I do not have this key. All right. Boy, lots and twists and turns. Some of the barrels, some apples. Castle Dower Sewers. Lots of places I can go. Be easy to get lost down here. Dead end. Crab. Lots of crabs. Alright, we're gonna check out Castle Dower Sewers. table down there. More stairs going down. And what's this? Dark passageway, but I don't have a key. Some mead. Crabs. That takes us to Solitude. Hey, crab. Rat. Lots of rats. Just a bunch of rats down here, that was it. Is there another staircase here somewhere? Let me double check. That's going up. That's a dead end. Alright. Sewers. Oh. And here we are.
My position, Dean of History, actually covers a wide range of subjects. I teach poetry, writing, history, and the
Need
finer
something?
points of court life. What a fascinating time to be alive. Mark me, these days will be remembered long after we're gone.
Spiced wine. The taste.
Sell some stuff.
Yes? Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing.
Alright, we're gonna get a black fur backpack to increase our carrying capacity.
Come back to bits and pieces anytime.
That's what it looks like. She's at the docks now, and what about the other guy? Should be somewhere near me.
If you
There
love
he is.
history, you're in the right place.
Pardon me.
When I was a young rascal, I broke a man's arm with a single... Debts are debts. Either he pays them, or his kind do. Fine. You sound like a priest of Mara, but I get your point. Tell him to forget about the gold. Keep your sword, Armstrong.
Papa says I want some grog beer anymore. But
He's up that way.
tell me why not.
Out with it.
My papa says I'm smart.
Must be in the temple.
Blessings of the 80 vines upon you. How may I help?
Being old's not so bad. Daughter keeps me fed, and my working days are done. You've done a fine thing for me. You know, I used to be quite a warrior in my day. Let me show you a thing or two. You should speak to my daughter, Yvette. She's the brains of the family.
You look troubled. Have you come seeking guidance?
If it's arms or armor, they ain't safe.
there's no end to the need. The finest weapons and armor. Return anytime you need arms.
My cousin's out fighting dragons, and what do I get? God,
I know a shortcut to the port. Uh-oh. We appear to have ourselves a little bit of a problem. This mod is not working at the moment. This is why we save often. It's supposed to be a tunnel that goes all the way down to the docks. Alright. It's not working for whatever reason. We'll go this way.
Yes?
stay out of trouble, Imperium.
Khajiit not welcome in the cities, so we make our camps outside the walls. The air is so clear in Skyrim, one can see forever. You have no knowledge of who you speak to. Go away.
I believe you know what needs to be done. Something about putting out a fire. It would be best if we spoke little until you've completed your task.
See Bayrand in Castle Dower. Blacksmith that one.
Sorry, I was lost in thought. I'm planning my wedding, you see. So many details to work out.
Yvette asked me to check on her shipment of spices.
Ah, yes. If she wants to pay the 2,000 gold tariff, then we'll be all set.
She can't afford a tariff. She can barely afford her stand.
I suppose I could make an exception. I do like her spiced wine. Fine. Tell Yvette's son her shipment will be brought up to Solitude shortly.
Thank you. We'll talk to her later when we come back.
I believe you know what needs to be done. Something about putting out a fire.
Yes?
Speak. Yes?
What do you need?
Another port there. And we can summon our horse. Consult our map here. Oh, we took a wrong turn. But you know, we can keep going where we're going. Well, let's go back to the lighthouse. Place the marker on the map. And almost a level up. There's a ship there. Let's find out who these people are. Alright. Maybe they're friendly. Or not. Hey, I just want to talk.
Now ain't this a surprise?
Well, they're definitely not friendly. I guess we're gonna have to take them all out. Alright, so we got this. We're gonna put this one on because it comes with a amulet of Julianos on it. So it increases our magicka by 5 points. And then we can give him the other one. Maybe he'll
I'm
wear
still
it.
here. What do you need to take?
See what you got. He won't wear the vampire stuff. Let's see. 16 versus 21. We will give you that. And we will give you backpack. Oh, he wore it.
Lead on then.
Yep. The one thing I will say between Skyrim and Fallout 4, the good thing about Fallout 4 is you can make your follower wear something. In Skyrim, they have to decide whether or not they want to wear it or not. Alright. These guys want to attack people, and we're going to have to take them out. Come and get some. My bad. Sorry, Benor. That's what happens when you're in the way. We got a pile of bodies. Alright. Lots of food.
Huh?
What was that? You picked a bad time to get...
We'll take that. We'll take their food too. I believe that's it. No. I do not think I checked that treasure chest. Right there. Maybe I did. Alright. Onward to the lighthouse. See what our plan here is. We're going to put the lighthouse out, and that ship isn't going to be able to know where to go, so it's going to go to shore. And then Deja and the other lizard dude are gonna loot it. But what they don't know is that it's a setup. I'm gonna set them up because I'm going to take them out. Alright. Jarira, coming for you. Alright, he's down at the docks. Alright. Summon the leather armored horse this time.
Yeah?
This is the tunnel that leads up to Solitude.
They say Ulfric Stormcloak murdered the High King with his voice.
Looks like you had no trouble.
Put out the lighthouse fire.
The effects have already been felt. The ice runner has failed to dock on time. Without the lighthouse, the ice runner will have swung wide of the western shoal and run aground on the eastern coast. My sister Dija will be at the wreck with our Black Blood marauders. She knows to expect you.
Alright, we're gonna go to the wreck and we're gonna ambush them over here. Gonna have to cross water to get there. Otherwise, I'm going to have a very long trip. We could take the buggy to Morthal. Let's do that.
Need a ride?
I'd like to hire your carriage.
Where do you want to go?
Take me to Morthal.
Climb and back, and we'll be off. Sun feels good, huh? Nice weather for a ride. Hope it lasts.
Somebody help!
Face me, dragon. Where are you going? I think it fled. Why it fled, I don't know.
You need to leave.
Why do I need to leave?
If you've business with the Jarl, I'd ask that you speak to me first.
I'd like to purchase a house.
There aren't any houses for sale in Morthal, but if you're interested, I could sell you land in the hold where you could build your own house.
Yeah, I'm a bit short.
Well, that's your business. Was there anything else you needed? I'll take my leave then.
Well, look at you. If only everyone acted like you did.
Helped your people.
Then by my right as Jarl, I name you Thane of Hjalmarch. Congratulations. I grant you this weapon from my armory to serve as your badge of office. I'll also notify my guards of your new title. Wouldn't want them to think you're part of the common rabble now.
Well, let's see what it looks like. It's an axe. Poison damage.
I do what I can to see that Idgrud's time isn't...
many bother my wife with their petty problems, and then don't even understand the advice she gives them.
Alright, we're gonna stop at the inn for the night.
Finally, someone comes in. Kick off your boots, stay a while. Let me know if there's anything I can help you with. I got nothing.
May the gods watch over your battles, friend.
Don't fret over the gloom. There's nothing to fear. Old Lord will brighten your spirits. Just lend him your ear.
There ain't much to offer, but if you want a place dry to spend the night, I'll rent you a room. Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room. Right this way.
I already know where it is.
There ain't much to offer, but if you want a place dry to spend the night, I'll rent you a... Of course. Until next time. Let me know if there's anything else you need.
Alright, consult the map. We need to go north. We're going to try to avoid getting wet as much as possible. That's where the vampires were hiding. We eliminated them all. I think that's it right there. Oh, I don't want to fight no workers. quick save.
You're the one who put out the fire in the lighthouse, right?
Yes, I put it out.
That was good work. Deja's in the hold of the ship. Go down 2 levels. Until next time.
Now, they said they weren't going to hurt anybody. And the sailor's dead. This will not do, guys. We're going to see who's going to ambush who.
What do you want, Imperial?
Y'all must think I'm stupid. This increases 50 and the thin only increases 30. Alright. Let's go take care of Deja.
Huh?
Is someone there? I knew it!
Come on, Deja, let's see what you got. That's right. Sweet roll. I'm gonna take your sweet roll. Let's have a read. Once you have picked up the packages, send them on to me at Broken Ore Grotto. The fool who did our work at the lighthouse should arrive shortly. Thereafter, make sure he is taken care of. Oh, wanted me dead, did you? Wonder what he would look like with a bandana, if he'll wear it.
Let's get going. What do you need to take?
Oops. I'll let you carry this. Will he wear it if I take the hood? Let's find out. He did. It's covering up part of his eye.
Lead on then.
We'll let him keep it for a little while. And I'll decide whether I like it or not. All right. One down. One more to go. All right. So he is up here. We are going to have to go all the way back around. We'll head back towards Morthal. We need to go south. We are very cold. Might have to stop and make a fire. Or find a warm place to go. We have ashes and some hostiles. It's a bandit. Got turned to ash. Is that it? Alright, where'd that one body go? There it is. We don't need to go there yet. Freezing. We are almost to the inn. Come on, horse, let's go. Alright, we made it without freezing to death.
Someone comes in. Kick off your boots, stay a while. Let me know if
Warmed by the fire.
I got nothing but time these days. Running an inn weren't my plan,
But Falian decided to move here, so I joined him. There ain't much to offer. Running an inn weren't my plan. Of course. Until next time.
Who's this? Bird dog.
Need something?
Yeah? Take a look. Until next time.
All right, we are good to go. Stay tuned for our next episode of Skyrim, Tale of the Azure Glade Knight.